Welcome to the Black American Hebrew Unity Discussion, and I'm your host, Black Sheep. Come on in, brothers and sisters. Come on in. Welcome to the show. Uh, come on in. Come on in. Everybody, so you can win. Come on in. Come on in. My enemies and my friends. Come on in, everybody. Yeah. And just discussing, um, the interior fabric of connecting the dots. You know what I'm saying? All our spiritual organizations, you know, uh, you know, we if you look at it, man, it's like we are under some form of a tribalistic state of mind. Black folk, you know, we and we all just one people, The whole part about it is we are defensive people. We ain't never been the one to bring the war. We always been the one that finished the war. And that's what had made us so intricately important for the Navy, for the government. You know, we serve a pinpointed purpose in the military. Although we're still faced with racism up in there, and I hope that we get it together with our white counterparts up in there, man, because we all in this together. You know what I'm saying? If it's supposed to be the land of land of the free, home of the brave, you know, and it's over billions of us in this country, then we all supposed to be supporting each other, man. You know, all our counterparts, Chinese counterparts, our Asian counterparts, our white counterparts, our Mexican counterparts, our black counterparts, we all are in this country together, up under false and racist and stereotypical views and narratives against each other. So I'm going to play the game because I want to see my people wake up anyway to all this bullshit, man, and stand a chance in the 21st century, to build a presence, build a presence in the United States economy. Okay, so remember what I just said, because I'm riding off of that. Build a presence in the United States economy. Matter of fact, if somebody want to write a book on it, write it, please. Because if you don't, just know I told you right now, I'm working on it. Okay, so that's what it'll be. For us to build a presence in the United States economy, because right now we don't have a presence in the economy. Okay, because our other racial counterparts is given a white privilege, so to speak, over the real reality on what's going on in their life. and it's not their responsibility to help anybody. And and it ain't us putting ourselves, on anybody neither. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's for you brothers and sisters that going through it out there, in hell, in these streets, and looking for a base where you can home in, ET phone home. It's at this show, man. We all know about it. Just bring it to the show. Leave y'all comments down below on what you're going through, man. So we can all support you. We close by, we can support you, and whatever it is that you're doing to edify and to help develop a black economical presence in the United States of America. you know Subscribe to the channel, and let's get it started. And anybody that's already out there getting it together, come to this channel, man, and so we can spread the message around, on what we go do, how we go do it. You know what I mean? But tribalistic way of thinking is all these spiritual groups that we have, like, Yahweh being Yah organization, like the IUIC, spiritual group, and like the Israelite Worldwide Ministries. Now the Yahweh Ben Yah organization, the brother, the brother that the leader of the organization, I just researched that he was arrested, and that it was an organization. This organization is no longer in existence, but this was an organization that I thought they were still in existence, but they're no longer in existence because of inside conflict. And you can go see the documentary if you want to. I didn't watch it, but I just looked at it, and I just a gift that I have, because I watched Marcus Garvey documentary too, and they end the same. FBI come in, cause confusion, and collect paperwork, collect data, collect intel, and next thing you know, he in Yahweh Ben Yahweh, he in jail. So I cut the video off. That was it. There's like less than 5 minutes, less than 2 minutes. That less than 2 minutes, and a video like an hour long. Yeah. So what's that saying? You feel me? He didn't went from running a whole organization, buying property, and having an estate in this organization, to being in handcuffs. Wait, okay. So, all right. Unfortunately, what can I say about this? Unfortunately for the brothers and sisters that was involved with that movement, um, my heart goes out to all you and all the brothers and sisters that was affected by the drama that was taking place inside of that organization, because I've seen a few interviews, you know what I mean, of people saying that what was going on, even murders was taking place. They was putting on, you know you know members in the organization. So only thing I gotta say to you, bro. Okay, so if Yahweh being Yahweh organization is no longer in existence, we still go look at those videos, learn from our brothers and sisters' mistakes, because the brother did bring the word. He did bring the word. But come on, man. He brought the word of God to us when we were asleep. You see what I'm saying? And they saying it was a lot of, that they was, that Yahweh being Yahweh was sanctioning hits on people. So, and that's why these white folk don't want to see black folk come together, because we ain't never been together. So when we do come together, we develop a state of mind, just like these other races be rocking up on us because they see us by ourselves out here. Look at me, nigga. I'm out here by myself. And go look at my video I just showed you about the stereotypical views that's under analysis that we face. And go look at that video, man. How motherfuckers want to put a bullet in my head, man, just for being stranded with my tire blow on my mama blood. I'm in hell already, right? So when you come to me with any kind of flame, I know how to measure that flame against the hell that I'm already in. Right or wrong, man? Okay. You see where I'm coming from? All because Negroes ain't under a white privilege. And then us that do have some form of a hand on an estate, it ain't ours. We don't have the deeds to that. You see what I'm saying? The only thing that's gonna get us where we got deeds to what we doing and what we going on is through HR 40. That's where the government, just like they doing with Asians, just like they did with the Chinese immigrants, just like they doing with our brown brothers and sisters, the government is recognizing them, giving them, business loans and giving them certain, economical privileges where black folk ain't been given those opportunities. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we fighting down here in hell. Is the racism, is the stereotypical views that these like Mitch McConnell said, like these immigrants is coming over, giving these certain privileges where they seeing niggas like me who's living up way far beneath a white privilege and way far away from a white privilege. You see what I'm saying? That's giving them the what? The mind state that we don't supposed to be here. That's having them in the mind state we don't supposed to be here. You see where I'm coming from? So, like I said, we got tribalistic ways of thinking within these organizations. It's just because when black folk is able to come together, we ain't never been together. So this is what happens. You see what I'm saying? And when we do come together, the white government, the white powers that be, okay, these motherfuckers is accustomed to war. Okay, we not understanding something about our white counterpart, our white brothers and sisters. Okay, they are accustomed. Okay, just like black folk is accustomed to ways of spirituality. Okay, these white folk is accustomed to war, and we not getting this. It's one thing that we fail to grasp out of our awakening is that who we consider our enemies, okay, we not grasping the facts that it's war. So when you get these black organizations mounting up, you see the white narrative, the white powers that be, they sense that heat. They sense that heat. They notice that heat. And the only thing you got to do is look at our history. Look at Malcolm X energy as opposed to Martin Luther King's energy. You see what I'm saying? Even though Martin Luther King suffered, civil disobedience. You see what I'm saying? Even though Martin Luther King suffered civil disobedience to bring about morality in the community. Okay. The government the government didn't recognize this was when the Jim Crow laws was fresh. Okay. This is when, we couldn't even eat in the same restaurant, drink water at the same fountain. We couldn't eat this during the time we couldn't even sit on the front of the bus. You see where I'm coming from? So When Martin Luther King he came with his movement, you know, uh, non-violence and doing protesting and things of that nature. When he had came, uh, the government seen it wasn't no heat coming from Martin Luther King organization. It wasn't no heat coming from his movement. In fact, a lot of white folk who was tired of the racism that black folk is up against even joined Martin Luther King's movement. You understand? Okay. Now, who else energy we want to look at? Let's look at Malcolm X's energy. How he came up when he first came, he came with a lot of fire, right or wrong. Okay, didn't he? Mm. Look at his documentary and look how he got transformed, okay, from a ball of fire to a radiant ray of light. Look at that. It didn't went from the government wanting him dead to him working with news media, getting his message out. And and whatever he ran into and so on and so forth, then that's all playing a part on the lesson we have to learn too, because it all boils down, it all comes back to the groups that we're in, and how when we're in these groups and being around each other. See, black folk ain't had that type of, even when the Black Panther Party came together, black folk, what I mean, came together. We had inside of our organization there was, inner conflicts also, especially when Huey P. Newton went to jail. Okay, read that book, The Taste of Power. Read that book, because you will see that his seat was open, so to speak, and there's a lot of brothers that wanted his seat, and he met with a tragic death. God of peace and blessings be upon his spirit. But all I'm saying is how there was inner conflict, how the FBI was able to come in and cause even more conflict. So things that was taking place outside of the organization made it look like it was going on. I mean, things that took place inside of the organization. I forgot that train of thought, but what I'm saying is, um, the FBI got involved and made it looking like, since there was already something going on, the FBI even came and made it even more, disrupt, more confusion within it. They, like the government is doing with black folk. Instead of helping us, they just giving, they making it even worse, so to speak. I mean, no help coming for us. What I mean, so to speak, because in that, like, it ain't no response. It ain't nobody responsibility to reach out to anybody. See what I'm saying? Ain't nobody responsibility. If you see somebody on the side of the road needs help, it's not your responsibility to help them. That's on you and your spirit, your God, what you believe in your heart. That's on you. And then on top of that, that's your relationship with your God. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't your responsibility. You see where I'm coming from? So now that's what Jesus thing with the Samaritan, the dude that was on the side of the road sick, and a preacher, a priest that passed him up, and then one of his own passed him up. You see where I'm coming from? Yeah. And then nobody come, but who? Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Same thing here. Everybody see that, what predicament I'm in. But like I say, it ain't nobody responsibility to help me. And I'm not looking for no one to help me. You see what I'm saying? And so y'all put it all together. You put it all together. You see what I'm saying? So as we wishing death upon each other, so God gives it. Is we wishing death upon each other, or do we wish, prosperity to move forward for each other? So think about that. When people help you and knowing it's not their responsibility to help you, Okay, watch their energy. Is they trying to help you, or do they want you elsewhere? You see, it's just, it's simple. It's called, it's just like Jesus said, God, he prayed to our Father that he made it so simple that we could understand it. It's simple. It's like hot and cold. You say ain't no in between. You see where I'm coming from? You either want what's good, what's the best for a person or humanity without having the responsibility to deal with them, or you want somebody dead under the ground. You see where I'm coming from? So go back and watch that video I posted, because I'm still under analysis of that right there. And still in the position, brothers and sisters, for it to be a part two. You see how I'm coming from? Yeah. So like I said, the brothers that was a part of the Yahweh being Yahweh organization, that was affected by all that what was taking place, my heart goes out to you, brothers and sisters. And I'm not apologizing for Yahweh being Yahweh, because he did speak the word of our Father. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry that it even has to come to such of a thing in any organization. I'm not pushing to be a leader in an organization. I'm just coming to wake up my people as a nation of people, to know that they have culture, to know that they have tradition, and know that they have and know that they have a presence, here in the United States, other than being, a dirty, poor Negro. That we have a royalty about ourselves that's not being recognized. And the only way that these comes up is when we form inside of these organizations. We begins to sense our community, our real power. And then we do slash out. But look at our white counterparts. They slash out in other countries because they got this power. That's what I'm showing you, brothers and sisters. Shit going on a bigger, larger scale. You know what I mean? And the same shit going on way up there. And shit is going on way down here. See what I mean? Yeah, because I'm at ground zero down here. So I'm letting you know firsthand the nuts and bolts to the pain and the suffering. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So when black folk come together in these groups and organizations, you know, we ain't never been together before. So yeah, we want to be able to start developing on our own, and us, from not us being together for so long, there is a natural attitude that there's always been present. Just like these other nationalities can have a white privilege and can rock up on you. Okay, what makes you think when you get your presence recognized, what makes you think you ain't gonna have that same type of power? And this is the power that this white system don't want to give over to black folk. You see what I'm saying? So when we come into these groups, you see what I'm saying? When we come into these organizations, then this power is there, and they see it. The white narrative, the white powers to be, they see it, and they go adhere to it. You see where I'm coming from? Because this is their breeding ground, and we not seeing that. See what I'm saying? We not seeing that. And go look at Marcus Garvey and go look at Marcus Garvey and his autobiography, his the documentary, and you will see, just like he said, it's happening to us, but it's not gonna be tolerated if it start happening to others. You get where I'm coming from? And that's when he said, okay, well, we need to come together and build some type of bridge to Africa, where because a lot of our resources from Africa comes over, it's from Africa. So if we being mistreated out here, then we can, if we're black people being mistreated out here, then white people should be able to be mistreated out there. And Marcus Garvey was saying that's how, like I told you about that, that's how the atom go be able to, continue to go, to evolve around itself without clashing with itself. See, because it's only one way right now, and it's only one way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what Marcus Garvey was saying. Just like we been, taken advantage of over here and being just, just under hella bullshit over here just because we're in existence over here. Okay, that's the same with Africa and people coming in from other nationalities in Africa. Then our brothers and sisters out there can push that hate on them, which will what? Cause them to stop hating on us out here. And every time somebody come and try to build that bridge to Africa where that atom can, get things balanced, they get knocked down. Look at the documentary. Marcus Garvey got knocked down. His whole organization. You know what I mean? Look at Yahweh being Yahweh. If you look at that documentary just that quick, I was able to see that he owned it. Like the organization bought up a lot of property. A lot of property. And then these brothers and sisters that's, coming up on the scene, us that's waking up as the brothers and sisters, Hebrew Israelites, you can see we're trying to build other temples, trying to, gather, trying to, and that's what we're doing, trying to build, right? Okay then, man. So how is that viewed by the white system? If they, if this is already dated, and then look at the Yahweh